Imagine me as an adult playing on The Sims 1 for the GameCube for the first time. How thrilling! Yes, everyone, today I am going back to the beginning of time, to the first console port spin-off thingy of the Sims series, The Sims. She was the blueprint, the original, the most ancient and archaic Sims console game. Eagerly gazing at the cover art, I'm actually hoping to see a lot of blokes with red heart boxers on. I'm ready for some wacky hijinks where these boxes are embarrassingly revealed. The Sims was released for PlayStation 2, Xbox and GameCube in 2003. It was the first game in the series to have a fully 3D camera and environment, a true pioneer. So, this is your spoiler alert, and on with the game. We are greeted with this weird opening, and this weird font. A not very sim-like font. And they are taking us to church with that opening music, and well, I guess it's time for me to get a life and start a life. She's got to be Pat Poo again, sorry guys, those tempting and alluring 3 letters. I just couldn't help myself. As you should know by now, create a sim is my favourite part of these wonderful games. However, all my options are really boring. No wacky clothes like my fleshy suit in The Sims busting out. So I find the fleshiest of all fleshy trousers and alter them till internal flesh colours. This ain't the vision I had. Alas, we do at least have bare feet. We got them dogs out. Now for the face. And is it me or does she kind of look like Taylor Swift? Swiftie for life? Or what? Whatever Swifties do. I guess I gotta pick that chiseled Chad face though. And this hairstyle as well. Certainly something. Kind of reminds me of a delicious bolognese sauce or something. Pop these Bayonetta glasses on. Serve and we're ready to go. We are serving Fly Me to the Moon realness. There she is, Pat Poo in all her glory. And she really be Pat Pooing. Wait, what's with this save screen? It's like a weird render, or someone was like, hey, Sims, and did this picture. It's so weird, so dull, such peculiar people. Suddenly, we're greeted with some delightful music saying, welcome to The Sims, and tells us to spend a few moments getting to know our sim. Oh, thanks mate, I really needed your permission. Then Pat's like, what am I doing here? Whose mansion is this? Wait, whose or whose? Is it whose or whose? Self-educating grammar time? I've never used a whose like that. It almost looks like an alien language. But I guess you say whose if it's someone's thing or something. But anyway, shut up, who cares? Let's focus on Pat. She is an intelligent woman with very good grammar who doesn't know where she is. Suddenly, a cloud of smoke appears, almost as if someone came out of a lamp that has just recently been rubbed, accompanied with some fabulous music. Of course, some random bloke, my beloved. We take each other into a sweet warm embrace and snug the face off each other. Love is so beautiful. Pat suddenly exclaims, wow Randy, what are you doing here? Yeah Randy, what are you doing here? He struts over to the hot tub, or hottie tea as some may call it, strips down to the old birthday suit, and also, side note, what is with these pixels? And he gets into that hot tub, in the nip. Pat watches next to the bearskin rug, shook to the core at what she's been forced to behold, but it doesn't take her long to join him in stripping down to the nip and entering the hottie tea. Vulgarax going on here, viewers. Where are we though? This place looks really nice. Is this my home? Could get used to this. All of a sudden, Randy, beloved Randy, exclaims, Pat, stop daydreaming. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Sorry, but what the flip, Randy? Randy giggles in the hot tub, and Pat, she do be doing Pat. So, I guess I'm daydreaming as per usual. Our first chapter is Money from Mum, with this delightful picture of Mum and her house. But hang on, this old wench is not my mother. Where are her slippers, her rollers, a face mask? She could never. Not only beloved Randy told me to wake up, now my own mother is telling me to wake up. Is a gal not allowed to bask in her delusions these days? SMH, why a gal gotta wake up? Mother foolishly then turns on the telly, followed by a wah 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 wah. What have you done now, you silly cow? Mother then whines, oh great, how are we supposed to have any fun around here? I'm missing my soap operas. But you know what, that's kind of a vibe though. Mum then whacks on the radio and I'm absolutely gobsmacked. The song from The Sims Busting Out GBA title screen starts playing. But well, in a Sims 1 kind of way. But what? Anyway, without further ado, I try my hand at repairing the telly. However, I go and get myself electrocuted, don't I? Silly bitch. This mum is such a bitch though. She just wants me out of her hair. There, I've just bloody set the house on fire. Brilliant. Electrocuted, burned, and my mum is being mean to me all in one day. Just what the doctor ordered. Yeah, this is great. I know my sim very well now. Pat Poo is hated by Mother, Randy, and the universe. Look at this bitch though, just putting the shite on the floor. And I've just realised I can play as mum, so you know what? She can clean up her own mess, the slag. She has the absolute audacity to refuse. This is definitely not like mum's house and Busting Out. Why is it so dark all the time? It's actually a little bit scary. And I've also just got some PTSD as some of the speaky noises that the Sims be making when having a cheeky natter are the voices that were used in the Sims 2 Pets Game Boy Advance. I may have completed that game, but the battle scars are still there, lingering, waiting for a trigger. What was with that homeless bloke with the bunny that was invisible though? I finally get 800 smackaroons from the mother and she's just standing there like that. And then she's just wet herself. Oh, you silly Billy. Anyway, I get myself a job. Look at me now, a career woman I fear. And oh my god, look, here is Mimi Landgrab. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. So, the next chapter is her house, and what has happened to this house? What has she done? Where's the kitchen wall? She must have heard me say I liked her house and was like, frig you, Pat Poo, and ruined it. So eventually I clean up all this minging house and unlock the maid option. And I could have done with that earlier really, couldn't I? Time for work, and the most vulgar and ugly carpool arrives to pick our Pat Poo up for work. How humiliating. Pat does the walk of shame to the car, but at least we get promoted to slurp and burp beverage cooler. Whilst out grafting, cooling burps and beverages, some criminal robs something from my house, and that terrifying burglar music plays. Mimi is so weird as well. She keeps on coming back to the house. And I mean, I fixed all your broken shite. You're welcome, you cow. Why is she so horrid in this game? You call that a career? I'm not living with anyone who's not in the right income bracket. Huh? She sounds like an estate agent. No need for that. No need for that. Must be because they make her look like this. She's probably pissed at the universe, not me. What I think of other people or think of me is not my business. Or whatever those people say. Pat's mum is so weird. She's just staring at me while I'm watching the telly. Then walks on me having a wee. I'm sick of her. She needs to get some friends or a hobby or something. I get another visitor to my abode. I try to tell the slag a joke, but she doesn't laugh at my joke, so I politely ask her to vacate my property. It's all going on here. The fish are dead. It's nighttime all the time. It's almost like we're in Svalbard. But eventually I improve myself and get the promotion. But all the sound effects in the game's disappeared. And I can't play this game without hearing sim voices and whistling and so on. So I replayed it all because I love a good sound effect and cannot bear the silence, my own thoughts and the ambient noises of my abode. Anyway, I eventually get the promotion again. And I'm sorry, I ain't reading all that, mate. Mimi arrives like a bad smell. And it turns out this isn't even Mimi's house because she's like, you can move in with me, Mimi, who has a house. So wait. Whose house is this and who burned down the kitchen wall? Anyway, who cares? On to the next chapter in my life, party animals. Ah yes, my kind of people, animals that party. I'm warmly welcomed by Leon, chatting absolute shit about me, calling Pat Poo a loser. Well, you know what? I'll have you know that I'm partial to a cheeky scratch card, and sometimes I win on them. So, I don't know what tosh you're talking about, Leon. It's taken a while for me to grow accustomed to the new Mimi, or well, I guess the old Mimi. She seems more badass and aggressive in this version, which I guess is a serve in itself. Rudely interrupted, analysing Mimi, that Pat Poo has bloody set the house on fire. Stop it, Pat. Pat has moved on to having her dinner canoodling with her new mates. I decide to have a look around this new Mimi's house, and there's some bloke's head in a vat. Everybody, free this man, please. There are some weird characters in this game though. Betty, Freddy, Bingo. What is this? Wakey Wines, Bingo Bingo, Gala Bingo. What? Bingo? I decided it's time for a cheeky 60-second makeover. Give it some upgrades. I put some very Prudence coded balloons down because Prudence is balloon ruler. And I also put down this rug. That ought to do it right. And I didn't realise that the balloons popped. Shoddy goods. These balloons are no longer Prudence coded. I never let a balloon pop. Once we get promoted, we unlock the strip poker table. How raunchy. And after soaking the day thus far off in the bath, one of my tasks is to throw a raging party. But it ain't no party without a balloon. All the guests be canoodling with each other, and Pat, ever the drama queen, just be pacing back and forth alone with a beer. Pat is a vibe. Pat is ever the queen. But this is so hard trying to throw a raging party and making friends. Like, no one will laugh at my jokes or take a compliment. So piss off the lot of you. Also, Mimi can piss off too. She won't cook, won't clean, won't fix the toilet. Says that's a Pat job. What's the point of you? At some point, Mimi gets fired from her job, which makes my game be over. Which is annoying because she's not even my sim. I try again and throw a rubbish party. Become friends with our Bingo, stop being friends with our Bingo, then become friends with Bingo. These sims are just so sensitive here. So Bingo, please can I be your roommate? Oh, of course not, you've got to go to work. And also, why are all these toilets clogged up? I guess I'll use a little trick I learned from my ex-husband, wink. I guess I'll zap myself awake before work. Pat Poe finally slayed and got that promotion and got that heart-shaped hot tub, my beloved. But Pat's really on the struggle bus. Why is it so hard to throw a raging party these days? This is actually the most difficult quest I've done in a while. But after playing the guitar and being thoroughly booed, breaking the hot tub and cleverly placing a toilet in my bedroom, we've finally become roommates with our Bingo. So, welcome to the Hot to Trot household. Bingo says to me, we should throw some major house parties. Listen mate, you can fuck right off. Did you not see what I went through in that last chapter? I must have thrown about 20 failed parties. I'm like Fraser Crane, who's no stranger to an underperforming dinner party. So I throw a party anyway, and the cheek, Malkin Landgrab comes along and is like, no parties? What the hell mate, why do you look like the guy from M, as in M for Monopoly? But anyway, we stan our Bingo. Look at him, he tidies up after himself, and cleans up after me. A house husband be house husbanding. We have no choice but to stan. Look at them, Pat and Bingo sleeping peacefully together. God bless them. Look at these strange patrons ringing my doorbell. Oh, Teresa Thimblewint. Of course she's bloody called Teresa. Attempting to steal my Bingo away from me by giving him a back rub. The absolute harlot. But Bingo is a loyal bastard, not giving in to the temptation of that evil, evil seductress Teresa Thimblewit, who's watching our Bingo like a hawk. Bingo is making Pat her tea, ready for when she comes home from work, so frig off Teresa, you slag. Pat and Bingo really be in love though. Look at them swinging together on the swing. I've just realised that Randy from my daydream is here for some reason. So I throw an extremely shit party where everyone takes advantage of my hospitality, eats in the kitchen, then leaves. When will our Pat finally score at the party? But we have found our victim of our affections. It will be our Randy, beloved Randy from the daydream. I feel awful for Bingo. He's been so good to me. Alas, I have to find love elsewhere though. I'm sorry, I need to move onward and upward. In the process, I admit I have neglected Bingo a bit, so he tries to call his mates for a little chat, but everyone rejects him. So all that's left is to have a little cry and drown his sorrows into his spaghetti carbonara. But Pat gets her promotion finally, and her reward, a rock? I wrote a rock, I can't remember. Following many a rejection, we finally shooted and scored back at the net. And well, that moved fast, because now here we are proposing to Randy in front of poor old Bingo. And wait a minute, now we're getting married. Wow, I can't believe it all happened so fast. Wedding of the year yet again. And I guess we get Bingo's solitary sarcastic applause. You won, Randy. Enjoy the pat. I hope it makes you happy. Dear Lord, what a sad little life, Randy. So Randy, take your pat and get off my property. Our next chapter is Who Loves You, Baby? ? Quite a title, eh? Mother has spoken to Mr. Landgrab into making this in mine and our Randy's nest. Mother is quite strange, and her relationship with Mr. Landgrab. Why would he give me this peculiar house with every single piece of furniture in these 2 rooms? Pat and Randy are gasping to go in the heart-shaped hottie tea to relive the youth of Pat's daydream. After painstakingly arranging the furniture, it quickly dawns on me that good old Mr. Landgrab has given me the hot tub, the heart-shaped bed, even a bloody artist block, yet not a fridge or stove in sight. What do they expect us to do? Munch on our fingerskins for sustenance? Also, I've seen that I've lost a friend. It's like losing a follower on Instagram. Who the hell unfollowed me? And after investigating, it dawns on me that beloved Bingo is no more. He is no longer contactable. God rest his soul, gone but never forgotten. Bingo Poo, rip in peace. I miss Bingo so much. All our Randy does is hot tub, be bisexual and lie. Suddenly, whilst our Randy is peacefully slumbering, a crib containing a baby appears. What the hell, you're not even going to ask me this time if I want a baby? So I lovingly name the baby Prudence. And of course, evil Randy can't get out of the bed because the crib appeared right next to his bed. Any excuse, can't get the staff. Ah yes, Pat just sitting there watching the telly, completely oblivious to the existence of baby Prudence. She's a career woman, the breadwinner. That child is absolutely none of Pat's business. So I move the crib out of the bedroom as to not disturb our Pat. You gotta put yourself first, isn't that right, Pat? But I get distracted by this guy called Charles Cheeky. Randy though, whoa, Randy. No hot tub for you. You have a child to look after. And meanwhile, why is Pat having such an awful time in the shower? Oh, and here come the social services threatening me. This child is not neglected. I'm a pure parent. Well, Randy is. Listen, Randy love, listen. Your only job is to look after this child. Like, you may be shy at it, Bingo would have done a better job, but alas, he has passed on, so we're stuck with you. So, what we're doing, Randy, you're sleeping on the couch. Our priority is Prudence. Prudence wakes, you wake. Prudence eats, you don't eat. Your needs aren't important. Sorry, love. Finally, after parenting enough, Prudence becomes a child, and he's such a weird little bloke. And wait a minute, this little dude has like cornrows. What is he doing? Oh, and bloody hell, another bloody cradle appears. Wonderful. They will be called Prudence Twa because 2 wouldn't fit, or it's short for twat. Oh, and there he is, resurrected from Tone's gym. RX hubby, old flame Ziggy being mean to Prudence. How rude. He's just a little guy, you've probably ruined his life. And you know what? Why isn't this a goal in the game? Making Randy get a vasectomy because this bloke needs to stop with all the kids. He can't cope. Whilst moaning about Randy, I've just realised that Pat missed work. Pat, you missed work, you silly cow. And she's just chilling in the hot tub. Prudence Twa has become some sort of child. Well, she looks wow. Wow. What are these kids doing running around having fun? Children should be seen and not heard. Much to my annoyance, it turns out that you can lose skill points that you've painstakingly gained. What the hell? But we power through, the working class hero that Pat is, and get finally promoted and move on to our next chapter. Mother breaks the news to me that she is now married to Malcolm and we can move into Malcolm's old mansion. Look at them in this last chapter. The last simoleon. God, this game's so weird. And this house has fuck all in it, except for this bloody bearskin rug and a pool. What's the point? Give me back the other house. I cannot afford the luxuries that the old house had provided for me. I'm used to the high life now. And now we're living like paupers in this mansion. This is what inheritance tax does, I guess. Randy is like, oh, it's like a castle, and then fucking dies. But it makes me have a game over. Whoops, I guess. And what the heck is Prudence doing? And wait, what? Now Prudence Twa and Prudence have been accepted into prep school. And then this bloke, this bailiff, comes and takes what little furniture came with the mansion. Not the bearskin rug, you charlatan. Just because I couldn't afford the tuition. So Pat be drowning her sorrows by painting this peculiar painting. I miss my kids though. They took the bloody kids away. Just turn the wheels against us. Randy, it's time for you to get a job and start earning so Pat can retire early. And then I just give some food to this bloke called Bobo the Bum on a whim. Who is this bloke? Aspiring for my ending cutscene, I keep working the work and friending the friend. Please let Pat get her promotion. Maintaining friends in this game is so difficult. So Pat finally got her promotion, but nothing happened. Look at Pat serving in her new work clothes though, she slayed. Fuck it, I'm fed up of working hard to save this 20k, so I sold my hot tub on a whim, hoping that it would make my savings up to 20k. And then I get a call from the delightful yacht salesman. Oh bloody hell, there's even more we've got to do. We've got to throw one last party before we retire. I'm at the age where I just can't be arsed anymore. Pat just wants a cutscene, so we reluctantly throw the party, whilst also discovering why we weren't paying bills and leaving them where the papers get delivered. Pulling up to the party, it's bloody Malcolm, and everyone's applauding me. I want to get up and talk to Malcolm, but Rod is just standing in front of me, applauding me. And wait, everyone's gathering around applauding me. This is so weird. Then Malcolm says, "This is the greatest retirement party ever. You win." Fellas, I'm literally watching the telly with my mum. The amount of joy I get when I get my beloved cutscene. We leave our retirement party surrounded by our beloved 7 friends on the red carpet. And there's Bobo the Bum too. We ascend the staircase where at the top there's Malcolm welcoming me into his copter. Upon entering, the pilot is a baboon who gives me a thumbs up. Ape madness. We fly to a party yacht which is having a party and sail into the sunset, and that's it. I tried to load my game up and continue it, but I guess I didn't save my game, so I could have done eternal retirement party and cutscene, but no, silly me didn't save. So I decided to play on just The Sims, and we can play as the Goth family, where Mortimer greets me with a burp, and there's Bella, happy as Larry. Well, I'll leave them be. I'd only ruin them. Wow, what a game. From mum's house to my mansion. Wait, The Sims 1 is like an evil version of The Sims Busted Out. I really wanted to try my hand at the multiplayer mode, but I couldn't manage to make it work. But I've read that there were really unique challenges on them, like the party motel. Get ready to party hearty with Dudley and Mimi's friends. The player with more guests still left at their party after 10 minutes wins. And remember, you can tell your guests to crash and ruin the other player's party. Or the frat house. Who has the most friends? Be the first to make 3 friends at the party. Spread rumours about the other player's sim to ruin their friendship while you improve your own. The first player with 3 friends gets to party in the hot tub. There's even more, and they seem really cool and unique. Hopefully I'll get to try it at some point. It was cool though. This is the first time I've ever played The Sims 1. Well, that's not a spin-off, but it's really cool hearing the voices and the music that are used in future handheld versions, and where they originated from. There are also like funny noises like when I fall asleep snoring, which is really quite terrifying. But I gotta say, I did enjoy Busting Out more, and that's basically the same but more fleshy and fun. But it's cool still. I mean, the game's like 20 years old, I'm not going to judge it too harshly. But my first Sims 1 game makes me want to try my hand at the PC version. Thank you for watching, and for your support as always. See you, Lager.
Like a friend and not a snarl.